name is Reem. I currently live in Alexandria. I'm 28 and forever young. My real and actual job is an account manager in a marketing and advertising company. Who would I like to be 10 years from now? I'll tell you a short story that actually sums up who I want to be. When I was in ACM last August, we had a question that was surveyed, and they had a list of leaders. They're like, who would you want to be when, who's your idol? And they're all full of men, actually. So we all stood there for a moment and we're like, where are all the women? Why don't we have any women leaders? Why don't we have any women idols? I hope one day in 10 years, I don't know who, but I'd be someone people would, go back in years and go like, she was a person to be remembered for, a woman to be remembered for. There's a statistic that says that more than 50% of the population is above the age of 27, right? So I truly believe since we are the change, so I think it's up to us to make that change, and I think that's what actually is going to be the big thing in every single perspective, like socially, through gender, through education, through poverty. I think it's basically us, the millennials, the more than 50% of the population that are going to drive the change. Every morning, I thank God that I'm alive, and I remember that we're all created and we are all here for a reason, right? So you wake up every morning looking for that reason and making sure that you live to that reason. Well, the experience of being a woman in Egypt, I can't say it's easy, I can't say it's difficult. It's a challenge actually, because unfortunately in this community there are still the mindsets that believe that a woman should stay back home. So there's the challenge of trying to prove yourself along with a man, like when you're working someplace. But the good thing about Egypt is that we've come a long way. They respect women in business, they treat us equally. Well, we're trying to actually make an impression. They look up to women, they look up to women entrepreneurs now. I'm just saying there is a challenge, but it's not as difficult as it was. We're rising, a lot of women are making it in the business field, in the political field. So I believe Egypt is going through a tremendous change right now. One of them is actually the presence of women in different fields, in different industries as well. To young people beginning their life, especially girls, well, she shouldn't worry about staying at home. She shouldn't worry about starting a family. She should worry about making a difference and making an impression. She should have long-term visions. She should look up ahead. She should smile every morning. Well, she doesn't want to get wrinkles early, so yeah, smiling is really important for her. And to dream big. There's always a way to get whatever it is you want. Everything is figure-outable, basically. Nothing's impossible, and look for the right people. There are mentors all over the place that we are not aware of. Reach out across, people can help you, and with every challenge, with every obstacle that we have, especially in Egypt, there's always a workaround to everything. She shouldn't give up. There are a lot of stereotypes in Egypt. Well, yes, one of them, like you were mentioning, that a girl can't do a guy's job. Well, that's not true. Let's just be honest, that's not true. And that's the kind of stereotyping we have. And sometimes people stereotype that if a girl works, then she cannot submit to anything else, that she can't take care of her home, she can't take care of anything else, it's just her work. That's a certain type of stereotyping. Sometimes people have the stereotype of we only trust in foreign nationalities to do a certain task, for instance, like the Germans, to do anything that has to do with engineering. But on the contrary, there are phenomenal and really amazing engineers in Egypt. So stereotyping that has to do with knowledge, that has to do with nationalities and cultures, it still exists, unfortunately, in Egypt. Hopefully the younger generation coming out of here will start to eliminate that. To become myself, well, I started off as a computer engineer. I did well at it actually, but then I was always business oriented. I had a very business oriented mindset. So after studying computer engineering, I did my master's in business administration. Loved it from the moment I walked in. Specialized in marketing, and ever since I've been going through the marketing field. But it's really, really good when you study business with an engineering background. It has a very unique combination that makes you think in a very strategic way, yet with a business going back at the back of your head. That's how I got where I am. A lot of stuff happening. The future of the Mediterranean, well, I truly believe that, like we were discussing a few days ago, and I was talking to my fellow shapers, we're all divided by regions, by Africa, by MENA, by Europe. It's about time that we actually combine these regions. We should work, like for instance the Mediterranean, those cities should also collaborate together. We don't have to go by the very strictly drawn regions. No, we should actually work with different regions and we should all collaborate. So I believe one of the next steps that we should do with the refugees between us, between the cities, I think there should be a combination, there should be work between all the cities of the Mediterranean. What I like the most about Alexandria will definitely be the sea. I have grown up by the sea, I have lived by the sea, so yes, definitely what makes Alexandria special is the sea. The Bibliotheca Alexandria, you know, I think you guys are familiar that this was the library. It was burnt long back by Napoleon and they reconstructed it. They worked on it for years. It opened up in October 2002. I can give you like a really quick description. This is the library. And this is the great hall. We have this is a conference hall. We have different halls here, and then we have a planetarium where they show like documentary movies in a very creative way. The library is beautifully architected. It has a beautiful architect inside. They took years of planning and years of implementation. It's done in such a way that they maximize the sun rays so that they lit it inside with minimum light. So it's very beautiful. It's actually 4 levels above ground and 4 below ground. So it's phenomenal. I hope you guys, when we're done, that you can actually take a tour inside. It's absolutely beautiful. It's one of the main landmarks of Alexandria, and this is where we are going to launch Techni Summit 2015. Techni Summit is going to be the largest technology event in the MENA and Africa region. We wanted not just to create a conference, no, we wanted a summit. We wanted to create a platform where young leaders, startups, entrepreneurs, investors, and speakers from all over the world, they'll have a platform where they can all collaborate and exchange ideas. There are lots of startups here. There's a huge potential in our ecosystem. I want investors, I want speakers from all over the world to actually see the potential we have in Alexandria and these young leaders. So this is what we aim to do. We have a huge platform. We'll be having parallel sessions. We'll have speakers. We'll have the speakers mentor our startups and our young leaders so they can all collaborate and hopefully bring up together and see the potential that we have in Alexandria. We are aiming for 1,600 attendees. We have more than 45 international speakers. We have about 40 startups participating. Some of them are not even from Egypt. Some of them are from Dubai. Some are from Nigeria. And we have attendees from all over the world. We have our friends from Geneva coming up next week, and we have from Dubai as well, and we have from Africa. The African shapers are really interested because it's a great way to extend your business to the Africa region, especially the North Africa region, as well as if you're working in MENA and because Egypt crosses between 2 regions, right? Between the Africa and the MENA region. So it's a really, really good potential and a really good market for them. Why do I think it's important to organize? Because we're all different separate entities. It's about time we had a place and a platform where we can all communicate, share our ideas, exchange our knowledge, because we believe that when we work together, we rise, right? Teamwork makes the dream work. I learned that from a really good friend of mine. So we need to get people to communicate on a very common platform so they can all rise together.